Thank you, Julie, and welcome everybody to the 105th branch meeting of the International Institute of Risk and Safety Management UAE Branch. My name is Peter Hurley. Today is the 11th of May, and let us proceed with today's meeting. Okay, so a brief overview of today's agenda. There'll be the usual introductions and updates of branch activities and general IRSM events and opportunities for members, followed by the branch election results and the AGM. We'll then hear from some of our team back in London. David Hamilton will be giving a brief presentation on the work he's done with international partnerships, and Phillip Pearson will be giving the Chief Executive's address, and we'll close around about 7:30, hopefully. Okay, so to give a branch update, sorry, just before I proceed, Julie, I'm getting some feedback. Is somebody else got a microphone on? I can hear an echo. I think that's solved it. Okay, great. So branch update. Good news. We've now passed 1,000 followers. When I checked this morning, it was 1,074 on our LinkedIn page. So a great thanks to all of you for following us and for supporting what has been an excellent social media campaign. The page will continue to grow, and the content that's been posted on it is excellent. Now we've hit 1,000. I remember when we started, the target was 100, then 500, now it's 1,000. Let's see if we can get to 2,000. So again, I ask you all, if you're on the page, just invite your network followers to follow the page, and let's really grow it and make it an example for the other branches as well. An update that the Risk Excellence Awards ceremony will be held virtually again on the 19th of May between 5 and 6 o'clock. That's British summer time. So that will be 8 till 9 o'clock UAE time. Some training courses that are coming up in the next month or so. Towards the end of May, there's a CDM and building safety course, which is over 2 days, 3 hours each day. Another 2-day course at the start of June, the essentials for managing risks. There's an introduction to ISO 45003 on the 14th of June. And there's the workshop for running, there's the training for running effective risk workshops towards the middle of June on the 21st and 22nd. More information obviously on the website, but also you can email training@doubleIRSM.org to get more information. Branch meetings that are forthcoming: Oman on the 17th of May and Saudi Arabia on the 17th of May as well. Qatar then the week after, and India the day after that. From the UK and Ireland network, Scotland and London are having branch meetings on the 18th, with Ireland having one on the 26th. Anybody can attend the branch meetings as they're held online, so you're welcome to attend those and view those. Alternatively, if you're not available or you can't make it due to other commitments, you can catch up by looking at the video recordings either on the IRSM website or on the YouTube channel. Professional development activities that are coming up. There's a session on the process for applying for Double Rsm Fellowship on the 18th of May. In the theme of risk management, there's a crisis communication planning practical guidance coming up on the 13th of June, and finally on the 20th of June, contracts, policies and handbooks. So these are all good activities for you to take part in. They build towards your professional development, and they're free for members. Okay, so on to the AGM and the election results. I'm very pleased to announce that we have a new chair, Mr. Mahmoud Al-Alawi, who will be taking over from myself when we finish today, basically. So he'll be chair of the branch now for the next 2 years. I'm sure you'll join me in congratulating Mahmoud and wishing him all the success and all of the luck in chairing the branch. And I trust that you will provide your full support and cooperation with him to help to continue to grow the branch. I'm really pleased that Kevin Coleman has put himself forward again for events coordinator, and we're happy to ratify him back onto the committee in this role. And I'm also delighted to welcome Mohammed Shijas and ratify him onto the committee as a branch officer, which means that the new branch committee is now formed of our new chair, Mahmoud Al-Alawi, our vice chair, Malik Mohammed Asif. The position of treasurer is vacant currently. The events coordinator, as mentioned, is Kevin Coleman. Noor Kadeem Khan continues these excellent work as the CPD and training coordinator, and we welcome Mohammed Shijas as the branch officer. Now, a few words from myself as we move towards the AGM section of the meeting. First of all, I would like to express my personal and professional appreciation to Branko Denenberg, who also stood for the position of chair during the elections. I spoke with Branko about this, and he's very supportive of the incoming chair. He also steps down from his role as treasurer, and I would like to extend my gratitude and thanks for all of the great work that he's done over the last 2 years in supporting myself as chair and in contributing towards the work of the committee. That leads me on to my second point of appreciation, which is to extend my gratitude and thanks to all the members of the committee, Kevin, Nadeem, Malik, Branko, those who stepped down at the end of last year, as well as Saeed, Harry Das. I've probably forgotten somebody, but I do apologise. Anyway, guys, it's been a great pleasure to work with you. It's been challenging to address some of the issues that we've had with planning meetings, especially during COVID, where we've not been able to physically meet, sit down and iron out challenges. We've had to do things via email, via WhatsApp, via Teams and Zoom and what have you. You've all provided me with great support. You've all supported each other, and you've helped to continue the good work that committees before us have put into the branch, and to continue to ensure that the branch thrives and survives throughout what has been an unprecedented and challenging period for all of us, both personally and professionally. So once again, I extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to each member of the committee for their hard work and commitment. And that brings me to the rest of the branch members. Again, guys, I mean, today, for example, there's been a really lively discussion on the branch WhatsApp group regarding the roles of a safety officer and their responsibilities and their liabilities. It's really heartening to see so many people exchanging ideas, exchanging opinions, having an honest and open discussion and debate, learning from each other, and that's what the branch is for. It's for networking, it's for learning, it's for contributing, it's for delivering quality and competency and service to each other. And I'd like to thank all branch members as well for the support and the guidance and the help that they provided me and individual members of the committee over the last 2 years. Finally, it wouldn't be remiss of me to miss out, especially seeing as two of them are here today, extending my thanks and gratitude to the support that I've received personally from the UK office, and I know that they have provided to the committee as well. I think some of these things have perhaps been accelerated a little bit by COVID, but it's also been an opportunity that's been seized to try to grow some of the international branches and to facilitate virtual meetings and online meetings to drive that forward as well. But aside from that, and COVID aside, I'd like to take this opportunity to extend my thanks as chair, and also to express the gratitude of the committee personally to Philip, Julie, Dina and Donna for all of the help and support that they've provided over the last 2 years. Okay, so moving on to the AGM, such that it is, it's been a strange 2 years to be branch chair, having chaired all of the meetings in my spare room at home in front of my box, talking to no one. It's not how I envisaged being chair of the branch, and I'm sure it's not how you envisaged the branch proceeding over the last 2 years. That said, we have met the challenges of COVID-19 both as a branch in sharing and learning about the processes of controlling and mitigating the impacts of the pandemic, as well as dealing with it in a personal and professional capacity. I appreciate that virtual meetings are far from ideal for a membership organisation such as Double Rsm, and meeting online where I am telling you things and I'm assuming that you're listening, but I can't see your faces and you can't interact with me is far from ideal. It also takes away that opportunity for you to meet and greet other members, to have that networking, to have that social aspect. And that's been a great loss to the branch as an organisation. I think we've done as well as can be expected to cope with the situation and to continue the branch activities throughout COVID. Now that we do appear to be coming towards the end of the pandemic, and I do hasten to add caution to that, we have seen a decrease in the mandatory restrictions that are imposed across the UAE in terms of things like the requirements for PCR testing, a reduction in restrictions in transportation and public gatherings and what have you. I am optimistic, and I know I've said this before, that we might be able to get to a position where we can actually have real in-person, face-to-face meetings in the near future. I hope that you will all be able to enjoy and to meet again, and going forward into 2022 and 2023, you start another chapter in the life of the UAE branch with our new chair and our enhanced and updated committee. Hopefully, there will be some exciting content coming forward for you in June, July and August in those branch meetings. And I'd just like to wrap up by expressing my gratitude and my thanks to all of you for helping me professionally and personally through my journey as a health and safety practitioner in the UAE, and as excuse me, and as chair of the branch. Many of you will have come across me in my professional role, and I know that many of us have exchanged views and niceties on the WhatsApp group, and I appreciate every effort that everybody has taken to support my role and every effort that I've been able to provide to support yourselves. From a personal point of view, it's the end of an era for myself. I'll be leaving the role as chair at the end of today and handing over to Mahmoud, but I'll also be leaving my post here in Abu Dhabi on the 20th of May and returning back to a new life and a new chapter for myself back in the United Kingdom on the 23rd of May. So it's with a slight sadness, obviously, today as I step down and look forward to my new roles, that I just want to take this final opportunity to once again express my gratitude for all the service that has been provided to me, and to hope that you can all continue to develop and grow the branch and enjoy a safe and very healthy rest of 2022 and beyond. I'll now hand over to David Hamilton, who is going to give a presentation regarding the work on international partnerships. Over to you, David.
Thank you, Peter, and good evening, everyone. I hope you can all hear me clearly, and congrats to Mahmoud. As Peter says, my name is David Hamilton. I'm the Partnerships Manager at Double Rsm, and it's great to be with you here this evening. I have about 9 slides to show you about international partnerships with Double Rsm for businesses and organisations. You know Double Rsm, you know our vision, a future where people live and work in a safer, healthier and more sustainable world. Well, I'm here to talk about collaborating with Double Rsm from a business angle, and how we can support you and grow our community even more and even stronger. Our mission is obviously transforming decision making through collective risk management capability and personal impact, and we believe we can do that even better when we do it with businesses as well as with individuals. So there are 3 partnerships options for companies looking to collaborate with Double Rsm. The first one is Double RSM Partner, which is about aligning your organization with best practice in risk management while developing your HSE team and their risk management capability. So the option one is very much about CPD and development for your in-house team of health and safety and risk professionals. The second option is Double RSM Supporter. This is about driving ROI, return on investment for your business, while adding meaningful value for the Double RSM risk management community. So that's really for companies who have products and services which are of great value to the Double RSM community and collaborating with Double RSM as a supporter to align and drive that business angle. The third option, this is Double RSM for corporates. This is to play a key role in shaping the future of the risk management industry whilst investing in the resilience of your business. A brief update on Double RSM. As you know, we are an independent educational and membership body with a growing global community. We now have 13 international branches and we're expanding around the world, which is fantastic. We have 10 UK branches and we offer global networking through our Emerging Risk Leaders Network, which has been going brilliantly, and also our digital mentoring platform. Our global influence is truly growing. We're present in over 95 countries worldwide now. We've recently launched the 1% Safer bursary scheme, which is flourishing, offering free Double RSM professional individual memberships to up and coming risk professionals in India, Pakistan, Ghana, and Nigeria. We're working at an increasingly influential government level internationally. So in Saudi and in Egypt and in other countries, we've really developed and moved forward our training arm and now offering managing risk training as a franchise internationally. We have a new suite of Double RSM training courses, including NEBOSH, risk qualification, our focus on health and well-being around ISO 45003. It really is an exciting time to be partnering with Double RSM and some of the initiatives we're launching. We've expanded on our range of webinars and thought leadership on the latest risk topics, with more to come in 2022. Now, coming to the options. Now, this is what I'm here to really talk about to you guys, to speak to you about your companies, any contacts you may have, and collaborating with Double RSM. So the Double RSM Partner, the first option. This is really about aligning your company and organization with best practice in risk management. So aligning with what really are the best risk professionals in the industry and in the world. Raising the profile of your company, organization within the Double RSM community and risk management profession as a whole. Investing in your team development with professional Double RSM individual memberships for your staff. Investing in your team development with discounted Double RSM training for your team. And benefiting from the association with Double RSM, the official partner logo on your website and on your marketing materials. So a very positive association for your business. Costs start from 1995 sterling. The second option, Double RSM Supporter. This is again demonstrating your company expertise in risk management. It's about raising the profile of your company within the Double RSM community and risk management profession as a whole. It's about driving new business connections and leads for your business. It's about investing in your team again, your team development and credibility with professional Double RSM individual memberships for your staff. Investing in your team's know-how, also with discounted Double RSM training, and benefiting from the use of an official Double RSM Supporter, gold, silver or bronze logo on your website and marketing materials. Costs start from 595 sterling. And finally, Double RSM for corporates. This is a really great way for the larger corporates to join forces with Double RSM and lead the way in risk management by driving your company's sustainable business performance. To be able to benchmark your company's risk resilience against the Double RSM risk matrix, gaining a competitive advantage for your business. Raise the profile of your company within the Double RSM community and risk management profession as a whole. And again, invest in your team development and credibility with professional Double RSM individual memberships for your HSEQ staff. And invest in your wider team's know-how with the Double RSM Managing Risk Training franchise for your staff across the globe. But also participate in the Double RSM Future Risk Forum, which will be shaping the future of the industry at large. This is a really exciting time to be joining forces with Double RSM. We're growing rapidly. Joining as a Double RSM partner supporter or Double RSM for corporates will allow you to really raise your company's profile and help us lead the way in best practice in risk management. So my question to you guys, after I just give a little example of some of the companies that we're partnering with at present, which include DFDS Seaways, the London Stock Exchange Group, Dubai Metro, Reckitt, Saudi Arabia Railways, and soon to be Netflix, is can we speak to your contacts? Can we partner with your company? Can we help you on the journey to risk excellence? That's my presentation, and I'd like to thank you all for listening. We hope you found it interesting, and we'll consider an official company partnership with Double RSM. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Interesting stuff there, and some good opportunities for businesses locally and globally, I think. Julie, are we going to field questions now, if there are any?
I don't have any questions yet, no.
Okay, no problem then. All right, well, once again, David, great to hear from you. Good luck with all of the great work that you're doing, and thanks very much again for the presentation.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay, so we now move on to our Chief Executive, Mr. Phillip Pearson, who has very kindly joined us this afternoon to give his address.
Good evening, everybody. It's lovely again, as ever, to be with you here virtually. Unfortunately, as I say, I've not been over to the UAE for quite some time now. I'm hoping to do that later on this year, pending obviously the ability to travel effectively as well. I just wanted to pick up a few things. Certainly, I'm really delighted about where we are as an organisation, but also where we are in our life cycle within the UAE. I can remember travelling out there back in 2013, and many of the group that are probably on this call today were taking part in our branch on our initial branch meetings then. And I want to thank everybody over the last 9 years or so that's been really active within the Institute, especially in the wider G7 as well. I'd like to thank, while I can, Peter, especially at the moment. Peter, obviously, with Peter standing down, Peter's been chairing in probably the most challenging period of any organisation of the last generation, really. And so this has been, he's done an amazing job to keep the show on the road, to make sure that you're all still communicating with one another. And if you have any queries, that those can be answered amongst the various groups that you've got going locally, but also he could feed them back to the UK for answers as well. So Peter's been a really great ambassador for the Institute during the last 2 years, and I really want to thank him and his committee for really just keeping our members together and the Institute at the forefront in the UAE. So thank you all, and thank you, Peter, especially. Thank you for that. I just want to talk about a few things that were mentioned earlier on as well. Peter talked about the challenging times around COVID, and I reiterate what he was saying about the real need to actually have face-to-face meetings as soon as we can. We are reliant on the local authorities to put those the ability to do that, and we don't want to do anything that threatens the safety of our members locally and threatens the safety of the general public. So we will be very much guided by any authorities' requirements. But ideally, we would like to be in a position to offer face-to-face meetings as soon as we get given the green light, because I think it's really important that we speak to one another on on a personal level, I think that's where, because you all do very, very challenging jobs, and that can be really lonely in certain circumstances. So to have somebody that can share their experiences with you as well, that's really important. And I think because this is what being a member of Double Rsm is about. It's about having the support and the network to help you do your job, to help you develop your career, and learn from others as well. Because nobody's got the, you know, nobody has got the final word on anything. You know, you've all, everybody, whatever level you're operating at, you all have something of value to give to the group. So I look forward to witnessing some of those face-to-face meetings, hopefully soon. David mentioned earlier around about what we've been trying to do as an organisation in the last 2 years. We're very much promoting our international network, or the wider global network, as I'd like to really call it, because we're all one institute, and it's not a UK institute. We're a global institute. We've opened in the last year or so more effective branches in Pakistan, in India, Ghana, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Bahrain. And we put a real focus on trying to make sure that everybody feels supported from the centre, and that's why we brought Julie in, and you'll have heard Julie at the beginning of this meeting. So Julie is very experienced at this type of branch support. She's worked with other professional bodies in the past, and we welcome her. So the key thing for me is we're investing in our branch networks to ensure that everybody feels that they have a say within their institute. And it's really important that you understand it's your institute. It's not mine. I'm a custodian of that institute for you. This is your institute, and this is what we're trying to do is help you develop your career more effectively. On the note of career development, again, David mentioned some courses, and at the top of the meeting, Peter mentioned some of the upcoming courses that we have. We are working extremely hard to develop a range of training courses that we think will be effective to develop people's careers in the long term. Now, our focus isn't on pure health and safety courses. There are thousands of those type of courses around, and you know, and we're not here to compete with those. What we're trying to do is give you the skills to build your career in a wider business sense, in a wider risk management sense. You're all risk managers. We're giving you the skills to actually be a risk manager and improve your career more effectively than being pigeonholed as a pure health and safety expert. So the courses that we're putting together are geared to that effect. And one of the reasons why we partnered with NEBOSH to bring out our certificates in risk management was because we felt that NEBOSH had the ideal network to reach the health and safety manager that really wants to go to the next level. And we feel that the certificate that we produced, that's delivered by NEBOSH's Learning Partner Network. So please, if you've not come across the course, speak to your local NEBOSH partner and see whether they're actually delivering that course for you. There are a number of learning partners in the UAE. And please just you know, sign up to it, because it's an absolutely fantastic course, and it's brand new, and we think it's really building on the skills of our current membership. We've also, again, I've probably mentioned this in previous conversations I've had with everybody, we've also started the process to develop a diploma in risk management as well for those that have completed the certificate. So again, it's about career progression, about growth and ability to deliver on the skills that you currently have, and to make sure that you're more effective and actually create an organisation locally that really is a credible alternative to any other organisation out there. Okay, so some exciting times at the Institute. We're also working, we've employed another member of staff recently, Sabrina, who is developing our member value. So there'll be more things that we'll be producing for our members that will make it more appealing to hopefully renew your membership on a more regular basis as well. And I don't want to have this to be a complete sales pitch to you. It's not about that. It's just explaining to you what's going on at the institute. The key thing is that you get involved, you get your colleagues involved. You don't have to be a member to come along to the branch meetings, but what we want to try and do is encourage more and more people to understand what Double RSM is about, and more people to actually be a part of what we're trying to do. We want to influence government in a positive way. We want to work with government in a positive way, and we want to make sure that everybody across the G7 has access to good quality education, and that's all we're about. Okay. I'd like to, as I say, finally congratulate Mahmoud on his election as chair. The UAE branch is by far our most mature branch across in any part of the world, and I include the UK at that as well. We have open and fair elections every year. Mahmoud won, but he was challenged by Branko Dannenberg, and there wasn't very much in it. So that's a fantastic experience for everybody that really involved in the institute and in the UAE, to show that the people are wanting to take part and lead the institute out there. Okay, so please give Mahmoud all your support. And as I say, I want to pass on my commiserations to Branko, but I'm sure Branko will be involved, will continue to be involved with the institute locally as well. He's a great man, and we really appreciate all the work that he's done for us in the past. So I very much thank him for that as well. All the other committee members, again, your time is really well much appreciated, and I look forward to again meeting you all individually when I come out, hopefully later on in the year. In the meantime, thank you so much. Good luck with everything, everybody. Please let me know if I can help you in any way. Drop me an email, and I will hopefully speak to you all again in the coming months as well. So thanks ever so much. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you for your kind words as well. And I'm sure I echo our members' appreciation for your support of the branch and for everything that you've driven forward and that the UK office have driven forward in terms of the benefits and the support for members. When I came into post, I was very much keen to grow the membership and to ensure that the membership was receiving and was aware of the benefits that were available to them. That's been made a lot easier by a lot of the work that's been taking place over the last couple of years in terms of the content that's available in the training, the new certificate with NEBOSH, the content that's on the YouTube channels, for example. There's just so much now more that is at their fingertips. And if COVID's been a challenge in terms of restricting interactions and networking opportunities, because we all have to live in our own little boxes at the moment, it's certainly been an opportunity that's been seized on by the organisation in taking the opportunity that is provided by the internet and by more remote working, in providing additional great content there for members. So yeah, I'd echo your sentiments and express our gratitude to the organisation as well. Okay, so that pretty much wraps things up. I'm sure you could probably recite this along with me now, having seen these same old slides for the last 2 years. If anybody is interested in branch merchandise, then you can, for a limited time, order them from me. Otherwise, you'll have to contact other members of the committee. But we still do have polo shirts, baseball caps, and mugs available, discounted for members, but non-members can also avail themselves of them. In terms of social media and communications, as I mentioned, the WhatsApp group continues to be probably the forum at the moment for networking within the branch. Like I said, it's very active today. It's quite full, but I think there are still a few places available on it. If anybody wants to be added to the group, then just drop me a WhatsApp on that number, and I'll be happy to add you. There's a Twitter account as well. So for those of you who tweet or like to doom scroll on Twitter, take some time away from whatever your favourite subjects are, and have a look at the Middle East IRSM Twitter. We've mentioned YouTube, and the content on there continues to grow. Obviously, all of the branch meetings now are getting added on there, so there's 4 or 5 international branch meetings being added every month, and all of the UK and Ireland branch meetings as well. But there's more and more stuff going on in terms of professional development and learning as well. For those of you stuck in the last century, we still have an active email address. You can contact us on that. And of course, there's our branch website, which is part of the main IRSM website. And once again, one final plug for our LinkedIn page. So please give that a visit. Post appropriate content on there if you have it. Feel free to comment and share. And please keep driving forwards the members, so sharing that with your network, so we can really grow the availability of that LinkedIn page globally. And that's it. I haven't set a date for the next meeting because we're a week late this month because of Eid, and I didn't want to put pressure on the new committee because they will have to obviously get up to speed with how they're going to organise things. Now, I'll be, as I say, I'll be speaking with Mahmoud and congratulating him personally in the coming days. But I'd just like to once again express my gratitude and thanks to all of you for helping me in my time as chair, and wish you all a very nice evening and a very safe and healthy rest of 2022. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Peter. Peter, we do have some feedback for you, which
Oh,
I'd like
sorry.
to pass on. Yeah,
Right, yes.
some well wishes. To say, so from Branco, to say thank you for your dedication you've put in to the last 2 years as chair of our branch committee. Wish you personally and professionally all the best. Enjoy the new adventures.
Thank you, Branko.
Same to you, Peter, and enjoy the UK. And I'd also like to echo everyone's thanks to say thank you for everything you've done. And I hope to get back to the UK successful. And I'd also like to congratulate Mahmoud and Mohammed on their new committee positions. And I'd like to thank you, Philip and David, for their presentations tonight. And I'd like to wish everyone a good evening, and I hope to see you on the next webinar.
Excellent. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.